Okay, so Sunday I was coming out of the church and into the parking lot. You have to kind of cross the parking lot to go to this other building where I was going to get my children. As I'm walking down the parking lot, I see this group of friends, maybe like a couple girls and a guy. I can't remember, but I saw them talking. And this girl, she had a dress on. It was like a very tight, like a tube dress. I don't know. And the first thought that came to my mind was, that does not look very good. And I'm not a judgmental person, so let me just give the disclaimer that I'm not like that. But you know, when you see somebody coming down the street and they are dressed to the neck and they look amazing, and you just think, wow, that's awesome, right? But sometimes you also see something, you know, like, oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that outfit. Anyways, I didn't dwell on that thought that much. I just kept on going and was going to go get my children, so I kept walking. And as soon as I passed over this group of friends, just like a second later, the same girl of the dress that I didn't think it was the best came down and she caught up with me. Now, I did not know this girl. And just so you guys know, like, everybody has, you know, wardrobe malfunctions and just kind of like, I mean, I know I do. I'm not always looking great, and I'm not a fashionista by any means. So just even the reason that I'm telling you this, and it might sound like I'm being judgmental, like I'm a fashionist. It's nothing like that. It was just a thought, a short thought that came to my mind. I don't like the dress anyways. Doesn't look very good. I kept walking and this girl caught up with me. Again, I did not know her. She was very nice and she came to me and she said, I love your outfit. Where did you get it? Guys. So I was like, honestly, I've had this for like a couple years, actually probably 3 years. I couldn't remember right then. I was like, let me think. It's been a while that I've had this. And I was like, I think it was TJ Maxx. I mean, I don't go to fancy stores. So, anyways, she's like, yeah, I like your outfit. It's like, so I told her, yeah, I think I got it to J Maxx. It's been a while. And, you know, I'm a very nice person. I am not saying that to brag, but I am a nice person. I will actually try to help you if you need help. I will cheer you on. I'll support you. I'll listen. I try my best to be a nice person. And if you know me personally, you know you can attest to that, that it is a true statement. So I also try to compliment people and I try to be genuine on my compliments. I'll find something that I really like about them and I'll compliment them. And it's just something that I do naturally. I'm not overthinking. But in that case, she just complimented me in my outfit. So I really wanted to, you know, to retribute, to just say something nice back. So I look at her and I'm looking at her face and I'm trying to find something that I can compliment. Now, she's a good looking girl. Nothing about her appearance that, you know, was off. It's not that, but I don't know. I didn't have enough coffee that morning or something. I don't know. And all I could see, as I looked at her face, all I could see was those very long, curl, fake eyelashes. Now, I do like fake eyelashes and nothing against, I think I'm not bashing anybody who wears them. I actually wear them sometimes. But these were like over the top fake, like so fake. And I didn't like them either. So I'm like at a loss of words, not knowing what to say. Like, I don't want to compliment the eyelashes because they're really terrible, in my opinion. Again, nothing against this person. She was super sweet. But this is what I came back with. I really like your dress. Did I just say that? I hated the dress. I just didn't know what to say, you guys. I did not know what to say. And it kept me, you know, got me on this rabbit road afterwards, because I was thinking about what happened. And I was like, oh, goodness. I said, Lord, sorry, please forgive me. I know we consider this in our culture a white lie, but I still said, please forgive me, Lord. I did not mean to say that. I did not mean to lie. I totally lied. But again, it came to my mind the story of Abraham and Sarah, when Abraham lies and says that she is his sister to this king because he's afraid the king is going to kill him, to be with her because she was beautiful. And he ended up getting Sarah and keeping her with his other wives. And in the end of the story, God comes in to the king in a dream and tells him to give back Sarah to Abraham with an offering, and that man, the prophet, the man of God, Abraham, was going to pray, and then the curse that had fallen upon all the women in that land was going to be lifted up, which they were all barren, that they all got barren because of Sarah, because of that sin. Which makes me think, yes, okay, I do know that sin or that lying is a sin, but in that instance, God did not come to Abraham. He came to the king and told him to fix the problem, even though he kind of like fell into that sin unknowingly. Like he did not know that Sarah was married to Abraham. So if you guys, by any means, any scholars happen to see this video, come down in the comments and let me know what you think about that story. And even if you're not a scholar, just let me know what you think about that story, because I want to know. My understanding is like, I don't know. I know that lying is a sin. I know we should not make it a practice of lying in any circumstances, including white lies. But at the same time, I saw that God did not take that as heavily as other sins, like other things that people might do, might commit other types of sins. Uh, Anyways, I'm rambling. So, felt really bad about the girl, about what I told her actually. She was very nice. And just to finish the story, I ended up going to the line to this other building to get my children. And she also came to the line. She also had a son. So we talked a little bit more. She was nice. Yeah. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Bye. Also wanted to tell you guys, the reason why I'm sharing this is, yes, I'm legitimately curious about what you think about the story of Abraham and Sarah, and how do you feel about white lies in general, and also to give you a perspective that obviously I'm not perfect, and when you look at influencers or Christian influencers or even pastors and preachers, like nobody's perfect. I have had the privilege and the honor to meet some really great names and big names. They're people. They're made out of flesh like us. Like we're all the same. We're all the same, and God loves us the same. And the reason why we have this fantasy that some people are closer to God than we are, that could be true. It could not, but at the same time, like we all have the same possibility of being as close to Him as we want to. So, hope this encouraged you today, and let me know in the comments how you feel about this story. And for those of you who stayed to the end, please, you know what to do. Tap all the buttons for me, and I will see you guys in the next one.